You've already learned how to target your ads by location, age, gender, and demographics. And in this lecture, you're going to learn about interest targeting. This is where it really starts to get interesting. Excuse the pun. But this is where Facebook has a lot of power because they have a huge amount of information on people. And interest targeting is not just the Facebook pages that people like. They actually have much more data than that. So any information that they've added to their timeline, keywords that they use in their status updates, the apps that they use, and even ads that they have previously clicked on. So what Facebook does is categorize people into different categories based on these interests, and you can use these categories and pull these interests into your ad campaign. So you're getting your ads in front of people who are interested in those things that you know are going to be relevant to your product or service. So one thing to do before we get started is once again take a note of your potential reach here. So it's 27 million for my example here, and you'll see that how this changes as we look at certain things. So interest targeting, to really add this to your audience, it's down here under detailed targeting, and if you click on the search box here, you're going to see the drop down come up and you will see the interests here. So the type of stuff that we're talking about is you can target people based on all of these interest categories here. So you see business and industry, family and relationships, fitness and wellness, technology. There's more categories down here as well. But really, this is the first way that you can do it, through the interest categories here. Now, I'm going to click down into business here, scroll down a little bit. And what I want to look for here is online interest. So people are interested in online stuff, and in particular digital marketing. Now this is suitable for me because this is the type of interest that I hope my audience are going to be into, because this is what I am really creating my ad about. Now the cool thing is that when I click to add this interest to my ad, I can get a sense of how many people are interested in this. So 39 million people. Now you'll notice that as I click that, my potential reach has dropped a lot. So this is the total audience who are interested in this, but in terms of the location and age settings that I've made, the people who are interested in this plus match the options that I've targeted is now 1.9 million. So 27 million down to 1.9 million. You can see a massive drop. So as well as using these drop downs and categories to select your interests, what you can also do is just type something into the interest search box here. So this could be products that are related to your Facebook pages, maybe competitors, or people within your field who you think, if they're interested in that, then they're going to be interested in me. So let me type in digital marketer. This is a Facebook page that covers similar stuff to me. And so I can see that 6,164 people are interested in this. And if I click on this, this is where it starts to get really interesting, because Facebook starts to give me suggestions here. So these are different categories that I could add to my campaign. There are even well-known people within this industry starting to show up here. So I'll add a couple of these. And as you add these as well, you can start to see how many people are interested in that particular person or that particular Facebook page or that particular product. And it's fascinating to really see how many people are interested in one person or another. So if you think somebody is the biggest in your industry, it can just be interesting to come in here and actually test that with some data and see, does Facebook, what is the data that they have, and who do they see as being the bigger well-known person or the bigger page, etc. So looking over the fuel gauge now, you can see that it's gone up from 1.9 to 3.8, and that is because I've added in these additional interests here. So what is important for you to understand is that when I add in interests like this, as you can probably guess from the number, it's not that's people who are interested in Amy Porterfield and Digital Marketer and Gary Vaynerchuk. It's just people who are interested in either one of those three things or even digital marketing in general. So that's a really important thing to understand. As you add in interests, you can actually be making your audience broader rather than being people who like all of those three things. So because these people are quite broad, I'm going to start to remove some of them and kind of get it down to something more suitable for me, which I think is this. So what I would recommend you do now is have a look at the interest targetings. Think about the Facebook pages of competitors that might be relevant, or relevant companies or products. And one thing to keep in mind is, as you search in here for interests, not every single well-known celebrity or page is going to show up here. Facebook only has information on a certain amount of people, so you got to work around the data that is available. But play around with the interest targeting here. Remember, you can still use all these tools even if you're not considering putting this ad live. So I really recommend you do that. And in the next lecture, we're going to move on to behavior targeting, which is the final way that we're going to look to define your audience for your ad. I'll see you there.